Admiral, Second Lord, this is not, first of all, before I say anything, this does not reflect the opinion of the IA or nor the opinion of my RP character. This is my real life opinion on what is going on inside the Royal Navy right now. You cannot use against me this in RP. This is specifically an opinion, and I will not move this opinion to anything inside the board. Let me make that clear. I am not moving my opinion to the board. I am just keeping this between myself and you, and this is not my and I'm telling you one last time, because I know you're going to show this to one of the other, most likely Eagle and show, oh, he's being toxic, he's raging at us, but I'd like to say something in a manner that I can say privately. I have been told that you are not going to keep your word on this defensive pact and actually go offensive still. So explain to me why it's called a defensive pact then if you're going offensive. Now, I'd like to see this treaty, because you've said that this treaty specifically states that they go back and forth. And I know our treaty that we once had, I wrote with Kapal Mirmolnir, and we specifically laid out rules that we both had to follow. But I have not seen this from the UEL or you. So I can only suspect from the name, it's only for a defense. Therefore, you should not be attacking Ultras in the IA territories and possibly KCS territories. Because in that contract that you signed, that is not allowed. The Second Lord Crusher made an argument saying that we had to all be honorable, but you're kind of going over bounds with that treaty and not being honorable if that's what the way it was signed. And please, do send me this over the forums, mail, I don't care. I'd love to see this treaty and how every single rule is outlined, because most treaties in real life are public, and I would make the RNIA treaty public if it was still going on. Now, what you have to realize is I got a complaint from someone, and it shows that the admiral... So, here's what I don't get. You know, apparently your military is being led by Reed, and yet he has no voice on how it's going to be directed. He just goes to the location, he says what's happening to it. If he's commanding your entire military, and you're putting him in charge of it, why doesn't he have a voice on the admiralty? Why isn't he an admiral? Why aren't the admirals leading the military, like according to when I was in the RN? That's how they should be. Because the RN should be showing exactly how it goes. And this is not me flaming, I'm specifically asking a few questions that I'd love to have answered. So, I don't get why, and listen, Drake could come up with this too sometimes and say like, oh, I don't have a thing, because I'm not a Kapal, so I don't really lead the military. Yes, he does. He leads the military with smart. And the difference is, though, is as much as they are captain and director or similar positions, one actually has a voice on the major legislative council. And you're claiming that Reed is overstepping his boundaries, but apparently you overstepped your boundaries when you moved past the captain's bylaws and established lieutenants inside the captain's board. And you can say that maybe he was possibly trying to hoard the power for himself, but he was also following the rules. So if he's trying to gain power by following the rules, well then he's doing a pretty good job by following them, and you should respect that someone from your captain's board is following the rules so much, and they are presenting forth to you. You should not be going down on them saying, shame that you try to follow the rules. What is this? Who is Brett Witt?
That's Digi.
Are you sending this to him right now?
Yep. I'm bound by oath in DC. I told you. I'm not gonna betray the RN.
I'm not asking you to betray them. I'm asking specific questions to them.
Oh yeah, I told you the video is gonna go to them so they can answer questions for you. Now, whether I peeped about the coup, that's a different thing, but yes. I told about the coup. I'm sorry, but I can't betray another faction. I already did this to agree.
I'm not asking you for a coup. I'm asking you, how can you affect change? But you absolutely... Okay, who's calling? But you can't affect change because you lead the military.
Just because I've led the past 5 attacks doesn't mean I lead the full military.
Hold on. Alright, so as soon as Digi gets in the picture, you automatically change your voice. This is to Digi, I guess, if he's hearing this right now. Digi, I find the Admiralty corrupt because they can pass bylaws, but when Reed presents something else to the Admiralty, it changes.
I will admit, I am kind of mad that I got yelled at for trying to stop this war. By Digi, so. And he knows I'm mad, so I can say that, but there's other things I can't say. So. But, yeah. Is that all NBCs? I'll stop the video. Okay, stopping the video.
1 second.
Say, okay. So, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and say farewell or goodbye or whatever.
So, here's what I don't get. A few seconds ago,